friends, welcome back to another vlog here at the farmhouse. I gotta tell you, it was so funny. I got up this morning and looked out and it looked like a winter wonderland, but we have been having the mildest winter, and so I was like, what? Where did all this ice come from? We forgot to turn the water off. We watered the trees yesterday and we didn't turn the timers off so they wouldn't go off again this morning. And so they watered the trees, they watered the grass and the flowers, and I just had a winter wonderland outside. And I've just been saying it has been the mildest winter so far, and since all this happened though, now I'm seeing that in the forecast we have a winter storm warning coming. And so, you know, I can't complain because it seems like we have pretty mild winters, and then there's usually one or two really good cold spells with a little ice or snow. You know, not every year, but most of the time we'll have at least one a year, a winter. And so it sounds like we've got that coming. But last week I talked with you guys about not really setting goals or resolutions, but just building some new habits. And so one of the habits that I am working on implementing into my life is to start eating better. And by that I mean, first thing is I want to start eating earlier in the day, a good breakfast, because I have a bad habit of going all day without eating. And because, you know, I'm home a lot by myself, and so I don't know, I just feel like, well, there's no need in really cooking anything, or I'll be doing something else and just not think about it. And so I've got this bad habit of not eating throughout the day until it's about time for my husband to come home, and then I cook supper, and then I just kind of graze from supper on till bedtime. Just, you know, we have the supper and then I may want a little snack here or there afterwards. And so I just know that's not the best time of day to be eating. And so that's one of my habits I'm trying to change, is to eat first thing in the morning. And so I'm gonna cook me a breakfast and then get on with my day. I am off to the antique store today, my first trip to the antique store in 2026. And so I just wanted to take a second and tell you all what I am going to be looking for and just keeping my eye out for this year. As you all probably are the same way, but our styles tend to shift over time. And if you can even just look back at my earlier videos on YouTube, you would see that my style was more vintage farmhouse. And over the years, I have just wanted to just migrate more and more towards older antiques. And so that is what I'm going to be looking out for now, is I want to go a little bit more primitive and early American style. So the earlier pieces I can find, the better. And as you also know, I am into simplicity. I am definitely not a maximalist decorator. And so as I do find older pieces, older furniture, things like that, I will be swapping them out for things that I have in my house now to just veer a little more into that primitive early American style. So anyway, I just wanted to kind of let you know what I'm looking for and how my style is changing. And so come along and let's head to the antique store and see what we can find today. vlog, I rearranged the living room furniture, and so in this video I am going to be just continuing with a little refresh here in the keeping room. I want to try adding some things here behind the couch, but first I'm going to move this rug around to the front to just make this sitting area just a little bit cozier. I didn't buy anything at the antique store, but one of the things that I did see there was a bench that I thought would look really good behind the couch, but it was a little bit just too unstable, so I ended up passing on it right now. And so I just got this one out of my bathroom. I've had it in there for a long time, and so I'm just gonna switch up some things here and there and see if it works out okay, and who knows, I may go back and get the bench later. I've had this crock on the porch, and this basket has just been waiting for me to hang it. I'm not sure I'm completely satisfied with that look, but I'm gonna go ahead and move on to my hutch. I'm gonna just remove everything on it and start over and just give it a little restyle. It has just been looking a little too symmetrical, a little too perfect, and I am more of just liking things balanced and not quite so perfectly symmetrical. I want things to look like a lived-in early American home. I want the hutch to look like things were put here as needed and not to look like it was just curated. I want the hutch to display more like storage. Instead of arranging everything and spacing everything so evenly with matching pairs of things, I just want things to look maybe overlapped or with stacks of plates or bowls or just imperfect. And I just want it to be allowed to be a little awkward or something, like something was just set down on a shelf. I don't want anything to look like it's on display. I want things to just look like they've been used and kept for a long time, just functional and undecorated. Try mixing in some of my white ironstone with the pewter, starting with this white ironstone platter. I want to give the feeling of an old kitchen in use. I'm going to add 3 similar looking pewter pieces to the top shelf, but I'm going to try to make this work by spacing them unevenly. On the next shelf, I'm going to bring 2 of the pewter plates back in and place them both to the right side so it's not quite so centered. To keep things balanced, I brought in a larger white ironstone pitcher and a smaller white ironstone pitcher filled with silverware, a pewter goblet, and 2 more smaller pewter pieces. Just 1 more white pitcher to balance this shelf out. I want to finish the hutch out with some of the larger, hard-working, everyday pewter. using the same concept. I'm starting by clearing everything off the shelf. I'm also removing the samplers. I think I can just find a more authentic way of displaying them, and I think the shelf will look so much better with some negative space, much like a true early American home would have. Ended up dying last night while I was working on the shelf, and so I finished decorating it and then realized that I didn't get it filmed, so I'll just tell you about that, and then we are going to pick up where we left off there, and I'll just continue to decorate. This time I went with pewter only. No symmetry again, leaving plenty of negative space while paying attention to the visual weight. I placed 2 old leather books close to the edge of the table. At the other end of the table, I have a courting candlestick and an antique inkwell and an antique ink bottle. I'm going to make this old crock look a little bit more useful by adding a tool for it to hold. I think this rolling pin will do the trick. I'm not sure this basket is quite right for the bench, so I'm going to try a few other things. Let's see how this basket looks. I do believe it looks better than the other one here. Let's try an even smaller basket. I'm just not feeling this one at all here. I'm gonna look for something completely different now. The baskets, I like the baskets, but I think there's just something else that needs to go here. This feels right. I'm gonna live with this wooden bowl filled with kitchen tools for a while. I think this little stool will be the perfect little side table for the couch. I'm adding a single old book to the top for authenticity. A folded throw for the end of the couch. It adds texture and warmth without looking too strategic. I've removed some of the iron candle holders, and now I'm just going to move this brass kettle over to the side of the fireplace. And for this challenging area above the TV cabinet, I've decided to try adding my firkin up here. for the mantle, I'm going to keep it super simple with a leather book and a candlestick and a picture. I'm going to edit the top of the hutch by removing the flag and leaving the picture of President George Washington as the focal point and leaving it a little off center. I'm going to put the flag away for now, but I will be bringing it back. I'm also going to remove the throw from the top of the hutch. I have just a few more things that I want to rearrange, and then I think I will be all finished. just heard some more about this winter storm warning that's headed our way, and I'm taking it quite a bit more seriously now. Usually when we get a warning, it's, doesn't amount to much. But they are talking like 3 inches of ice, if not in our area, close to our area. So I just want to be prepared. So I'm going to head out and go find some firewood. Hopefully I can find some for sale somewhere, and that way we'll have plenty. We have some, but I want to be prepared in case we're out of electricity for a while. And so anyway, if you are in the path of this storm too, y'all just take all your precautions and take care and stay safe.